You all could have been anywhere in the world, but you decided to be here with us tonight. From the top of my heart to the bottom of my soul, I greatly appreciate that beautiful blessing. My name is Dr. Derrick Standifer, aka Ayana's daddy, aka Derrick Jr.'s papa, aka my mama's son. And it's an honor, privilege, and pleasure to be in your presence tonight. All right, so while I got y'all's attention, right, my mission tonight is to unscramble a puzzle that has confused people for over 50 years, the Rubik's Cube. Now, most people think that it takes a genius to solve a Rubik's Cube, and I'm one of those people. I believe that it does take a genius to solve a Rubik's Cube. But as my man Reggie Key said, everybody got a genius inside of them, and we just got to learn how to tap into our inner genius. All right? So there are 5 steps. There are 5 steps to tapping into that inner genius and solving the twists and turns of your Rubik's Cube. The first step is to believe. Now, I know y'all eating. I know y'all got the itis. But I need y'all help in this crowd participation. Can I get everybody to please say believe? Believe. You gotta have confidence in yourself. There's an African proverb that says a person who says they can and a person who says they can't are both usually right. And we miss 100% of the shots that we do not take simply because we don't believe in ourselves, y'all. Y'all, I just accomplished a milestone that I never thought was possible for me. Not me. Not coming from where I come from. I grew up poor. I know it's poor, but we couldn't afford the extra letters, y'all. We was poor. I remember seeing my mama pouring the TVs and the microwaves to get us something to eat. Nobody in my family ever graduated from high school, let alone went to college. I didn't know any doctors. The only doctors that I knew growing up were Dr. Dre and Dr. Seuss. Them the only ones. And then I started to see people who saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. I started to meet people who believed in me harder than I believed in myself. Raise your hand if you got people in your life who believe in you harder than you believe in you. Y'all, when that happens, sometimes we gotta borrow other people's belief so we can sit here and believe in ourselves, y'all. And I started to meet people with PhDs and they told me that this path is possible for me to do. And I picked up my Rubik's Cube and said, I can solve the twists and turns of my Rubik's Cube. Most people don't pick up their Rubik's Cube because they think it takes a genius, but we gotta learn how to tap into that inner genius that everybody has inside of us. And after we believe in ourselves, y'all, step number 2 of solving your Rubik's Cube. Step number 2 of solving your life is to solve your cross. Let me get everybody to please say solve your cross. Solve your cross. Now, solving your cross means to identify your why, your reasons, what motivates you, who inspires you to be the best version of yourself. Y'all, I'm a full-time single father of 2 beautifully troublemaking babies, Ayana and Derrick Jr. They're looking up to me. They're following in my footsteps, y'all. I was getting my PhD as a full-time single daddy, and I told myself, y'all, one thing that I learned as a parent, kids don't do what you tell them to do. They follow in your footsteps. They model after you. So I told myself, if I quit, if I throw in the towel, y'all, my kids are looking up to me as their model. They have permission to quit, and they have permission to throw in the towel. And I can't have that on my heart. Y'all, sometimes people are willing to do things for other people that they would never do for themselves. The parents make sacrifices for their babies they would never make for themselves, y'all. So I told myself, I gotta push through because my kids are looking up to me. In the same breath that my kids are looking up to me, y'all, my parents, they passed away from cancer. My mama, she died a week before my 26th birthday from ovarian cancer. I think it's cruel and inhumane punishment for anybody to lose their mama at a young age, y'all. My mama worked 12-hour shifts, 5 days a week to take care of 3 boys, and we never appreciated her efforts until we had kids of our own. And now that she's no longer here, I told myself, she's looking down on me, y'all, and I can't pay her back, but I gotta pay it forward. I'm gonna make her proud. She's looking down on me, and she's proud right now, y'all. So I want you to think about the people in your life who you wanna make proud. Think about the people who believed in you when nobody else believed in you, and use that pain, and take that pain and turn it into power to push you towards your goals, and your dreams, and your aspirations. Now, y'all can't see this right, but the plus sign, this cross gonna resemble a plus sign. It's gonna keep you charged up in this journey called life. All right, so after we believe in ourselves, and after we solve our cross, y'all, step number 3 of solving your Rubik's Cube. Step number 3 of solving your life is to fill in your corners. Let me get everybody to please say, fill in your corners. Now, filling in your corners means to surround yourself with people who are going to push you and motivate you to be the best version of yourself, y'all. You're an average of the people that you surround yourself with. If you want to be a quality person, you got to have quality people in your life. Y'all, all my friends are smarter than me. Everybody in my circle is smarter than me. Most times we get intimidated by people who are smarter than us, y'all. But when we are the smarter person in our room, y'all, it feeds our ego, but it steals away from our future. I love having people in my circle who are smarter than me. I'm always learning new insight about this thing called life. I'm always learning new wisdom and new insight of how to make progressive progress in this thing called life, y'all. In addition to surrounding ourselves with positive people, we have to immerse ourselves in positive environments. There's this quote that I love by Zig Ziglar. He says that you are what you are and you are where you are because of what you allow to go into your mind. And if you want to change what you are, if you want to change where you are, you got to change what you allow to go into your mind. Y'all, so after flunking out of school twice, y'all, I went back and I had to retrain my brain, y'all. I had to retrain my brain for success. So I'm going to give y'all the life hack. One of the things that I did, I stopped referring to my alarm clock as an alarm clock. If an alarm went off in this building, everybody would run out of here in panic. I started to refer to my alarm clock as an opportunity clock, because every time I hear my opportunity clock, I got an opportunity to get up and change the world and make my mark on this world, y'all. So I stopped referring to my alarm clock as an alarm clock and made it an opportunity clock. And every morning, to my opportunity clock, I'm waking up to motivational speeches. When I was getting my PhD, it was Les Brown. It's not over until you win. I encourage everybody, when you wake up, listen to a motivational message every single morning to get your day started, y'all. Y'all believe in, by show of hands, y'all believe in taking a bath every single day? Some of y'all hands ain't up. So the same way that we believe in taking baths every day, y'all, we gotta cleanse our mental and cleanse our spirit on a daily basis, y'all. We gotta cleanse it on a daily basis. All right, so after we fill in our corners, y'all, we got a whole solid Rubik's Cube solved. That's a solid foundation. Now, step number 4 of solving your Rubik's Cube, step number 4 of solving your life is to take it to the next level. Now I need everybody in here with power, with energy, and with conviction to say, take it to the next level. Now, taking it to the next level means to keep getting better, keep growing. There is no such thing as perfection in this thing called life, y'all. We can always get better in this thing called life. Y'all, I was the first person in my family to graduate from high school. I could have been done. So, I could have been done, y'all, and my mama would have been proud of me. My mama would have been proud of me, but I knew I had something inside of me. I knew my mama, she worked 12-hour shifts, and I needed to honor her legacy. I needed to make her proud, so I went and got my bachelor's degree. I got my master's degree, and by the grace of God and a whole bunch of prayer, y'all, I planted my flag at the top of that mountain and earned a PhD, and now that's the bottom of a new mountain. We should never get to a point when we feel like we've made it. We should never get to a point where we feel like we're perfect and there's nothing else to do in this thing called life, y'all. And we live in this world, right? Getting better is super easy in 2024. Right now, we got these things called books. And let me tell y'all, most people in America got more TVs in their homes than they got books in their homes, and they claim that they want to be successful. And we live in America, right? You don't even have to know how to read. You don't even have to like reading. We got something called YouTube. You can go to YouTube right now and learn anything. Let's say you don't like to go to YouTube, y'all. What if you need to be entertained to get your information? We got something called Instagram and TikTok. There is no excuse for not improving your knowledge set in this thing called life. And now we got ChatGPT out. The game is changed now with ChatGPT. There is no excuse, y'all. So anybody got any excuses about why they can't accomplish their goals and their dreams and their aspirations, y'all? You're just lazy at this point because they made it easily accessible to accomplish your goals and your dreams and your aspirations. So after we take it to the next level, y'all, we got 2/3 of the Rubik's Cube solved. We almost there, y'all. We got one step left. And the fifth and the final step of solving your Rubik's Cube, the fifth and the final step of solving your life is to see the bigger picture. Let me get everybody to please say, see the bigger picture. Now, seeing the bigger picture simply means to keep your commitment to your commitments. When you say you're going to do something, y'all, we got to do it. And I needed to follow my own advice. I graduated from high school in 2009. I went to FAMU in Tallahassee, Florida, and I lost my mind. I flunked out at FAMU. As a matter of fact, I went to Georgia State University, and I flunked out at Georgia State. As a matter of fact, I got the lowest GPA in Georgia State history. I got a 0.0 GPA right now at Georgia State. I didn't tell them that because if they would have known that, they would have allowed me to come be our keynote speaker. I left it off. And then I heard some words by Les Brown. Les Brown, he told me, he said, just because you fail, it does not mean that you are a failure. You can always bounce back from your trials and your tribulations, y'all. And that's what I decided to do. That's what I decided to do, y'all. I went back with a laser tight focus, y'all. I was sitting on the front row in every class because I noticed that all the kids that were making straight A's were sitting on the front row. It don't take a genius to sit on the front row. I started talking to my professors early and often. You know, the old me, I used to go talk to my professor at the end of the semester trying to beg for grades. I got a 69. What I got to do to get across the finish line, professor? And then I noticed, y'all, that my professors started opening up opportunities for me. They started opening up doors for me because they saw that I was a serious student. I was listening to motivational messages on a daily basis to renew my mind, y'all. And it got to a point, right? It got to a point where I was laser focused. But let me tell y'all what happens when you get laser focused in this thing called life. When you get laser focused in this thing called life, y'all, life will throw you the hardest obstacles, y'all. I never could have comprehended losing my mom a week before my 26th birthday. Never would have comprehended losing my parents a week before my 26th birthday, y'all. Not me. Never would have thought it was possible. I went through this nasty divorce that left me a full-time single father of two beautifully troublemaking babies, y'all. Oh man. You know, being a single parent is a daunting type of task, y'all. It's a daunting type of task. When I realized that sometimes God gives the heavy burdens to the strong soldiers. Then I realized that sometimes we are given a test, and it is our duty to take our test and turn it into a testimony. Because it's somebody who's looking up to you who thought that it was over, and then they saw your story. They saw your story and they use you as motivation, y'all. We got a lot of non-traditional students in here. I think it takes a different level of grit and confidence to be a non-traditional student to go back. But I need for you to take your test and turn your test into a testimony, because there's somebody right now who think that going to college is a young person's game and you changing the game for them. And you changing the game for them, and we need you as that example of this. And I promise you. Listen, I promise you, once you're battling the twists and turns of life, they'll get to a point where you're twisting, you're turning, but you're going to get to a point where you solve your Rubik's Cube. Now, there's a bonus still. Have y'all ever seen somebody try to solve the Rubik's Cube by taking the stickers off? Now, listen, if you try to take the stickers off the Rubik's Cube, all you're going to do is end up with a ruined Rubik's Cube. Now, the metaphor in life, if you try to find the shortcuts in life, all you're going to do is end up with a ruined life. I just gave y'all the 5 simple steps. Number 1, you gotta believe in yourself, y'all. You gotta have that confidence. If you don't believe in you, it will not happen for you. That's the hardest decision, is to develop the belief in yourself. Number 2, know your why. Know your reason. Think about the people that you want to make proud. My parents are looking down on me. I gotta make them proud, y'all. My children are looking up to me. I gotta make them proud, y'all. Think about the people that you want to make proud. And in addition, think about the haters. I'm pretty sure y'all have heard the mantra before, let your haters be your motivators. I grew up in Atlanta with crooked teeth. And when you go to school with crooked teeth, they gonna talk about your teeth. They call me, I heard all the names. They call me Yuck Mouth. They call me Gangster Grills. They said, Derrick, your teeth so crooked, they look like project windows. Song up, song down. Y'all, but I used them as my why to push me across that finish line. Step number 3, immerse yourself in positive environments. Find people who are smarter than you, who are better than you. Dr. Dennis Kimball out of Atlanta, Georgia, he says that if you are the smartest person in your group, then you need to find you a new group. Step number 4, keep getting better. There is no such thing as perfection, y'all. We are not human beings. We are human becomings. We can always become a better version of ourselves, y'all. Keep getting better in this thing called life. And step number 5, y'all, you got to keep your commitment to your commitments and see the bigger picture. I got one charge. For y'all. Can y'all be so great? Can y'all be so great that I can brag that I had the opportunity to serve y'all? Make some noise if you're going to be so great.